Imagine you're out with a friend, and suddenly you start seeing things that aren't there, or hearing things that no one else can hear. For many people living with schizophrenia, this can be a frightening yet common experience. Schizophrenia is a serious mental illness which affects someone's actions, thoughts, and their perception of the world, often resulting in an altered sense of reality. And despite being recognized for over a century, it remains a misunderstood and highly stigmatized mental illness. In fact, schizophrenia is quite common, affecting roughly 1 in 100 people. For people living with schizophrenia, it can feel like they are lost, alone, and without hope. But with the right support from loved ones and caregivers, early diagnosis can lead to proper treatment and drastically improved outcomes. And for an early diagnosis, we must first look at symptoms. Unlike many physical diseases, there are no X-rays or blood tests for detecting a mental illness like schizophrenia. So what are these symptoms? The symptoms of schizophrenia can be broadly categorized into 3 main areas: positive symptoms, negative symptoms, and cognitive losses. When we refer to positive or negative symptoms, we do not mean good or bad, but rather positive in the sense that there is some new feature that was not present before. Some common positive symptoms include delusions, where the person may have false beliefs even when presented with countering facts. For example, they may believe they are someone famous, possess special abilities, or a god. Hallucinations, when the person may see, hear, or feel something that isn't there. And paranoia, where the person may be excessively suspicious of others, including loved ones, or believe that others can read their thoughts or are plotting against them. Just as there are positive added symptoms, there are also negative symptoms, which represent an absence or reduction of a person's normal mental functions, like decreased emotional response, or the person may have difficulty speaking or looking someone in the eye. They may lose the ability to feel pleasure from activities they once enjoyed, and may even start to withdraw from social activities or suffer from a lack of energy or enthusiasm. They might even start exhibiting strange behaviors or remain extremely still for long periods of time. The third group of symptoms cover cognitive losses, which includes difficulty with memory, focus, and learning or understanding new things. For instance, the person may have trouble making sense of everyday things, or their perception becomes distorted. They may have trouble communicating in coherent sentences, or suffer from a loss of short-term memory or organizational skills while trying to complete a task. Compared to positive and negative symptoms, cognitive losses are generally not seen as indicators of schizophrenia, but attributed to other mental illnesses, developmental disorders, or the use of substances. In many cases of schizophrenia, the person experiencing symptoms from these 3 broad areas is unable to understand their own illness. It is not simply a denial of their illness, but a lack of awareness of their illness. In fact, it is the single largest reason why people with schizophrenia refuse treatment and medication, and one of the major and most challenging parts of dealing with the mental illness. Fortunately, most symptoms of schizophrenia can be managed with the right treatment. Typically, all treatments start with medication in the form of antipsychotics and proper support from health professionals. Antipsychotics can vary from more traditional oral medications to newly developed long-lasting injectables, which have been a major life-changing breakthrough for treating schizophrenia. And while antipsychotics won't cure a mental illness, with regular use, they can help manage the symptoms of schizophrenia, leading to a significant impact on their lives. Over time, after weeks or months, they will see positive results. And once they feel their mental illness is under control through medications, they can begin to participate in psychosocial treatments, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, cognitive remediation, and support groups, as well as mind and body therapy, like meditation or routine exercise. But To stay on track, it remains important that they continue to take their medications, even if side effects deter them or they see improvements and believe they no longer need it. The most important step we can take is to educate ourselves about schizophrenia. This will help family members and loved ones recognize symptoms early, as well as reduce the stigma attached to the illness and improve access to proper treatment. The BC Schizophrenia Society offers presentations, information, education courses, and support to families affected by schizophrenia and other serious mental illnesses. For more information and to connect with a local regional educator, visit bcss.org.